Hi everybody, this is Jeff Foliage, and this is another installment of As the Foliage Turns, your weekly report on what is, or at this point, is not happening with the fall colors, at least so far. Most everything we're seeing is primarily green. I'm looking on the hills each morning above our house, and there are differences in those canopies. You know, there's probably some browns in there, I hate to say it, but I'm seeing some reds and some oranges starting to emerge. It is a little bit early for it, but this is a new area for me, and I haven't been here before at this time of the year. So we'll see if this continues and how fast it continues. One of the things that contributes to the speed of that change is the nighttime temperatures. The daytime temps as well, bright sunny days, cool crisp nights, but not freezing nights. So, right now you'll see a video that I pulled off Noah's site, and for the forecast for the next 5 days, coming into the weekend, up through Saturday, well, lows are in the 50s. It's not too bad. That's not going to speed things up too much. But Sunday night and Monday night, you will notice it drops down into the low 40s. And in northern Maine, they're looking in the upper 30s. We'll see what happens with that as far as what goes on past that. But the other issue, obviously, is drought. That tends to stress the trees. As I look at a couple of trees ahead of me here, they've got some yellow leaves on them and they're still dropping. They're not falling all off the tree at one time, but it is noticeable. So some trees are stressed and they're dropping the leaves or they're turning. I'll put up a picture of the fall colors that I've seen changing up in Easton, which is right near Sugar Hill, New Hampshire. And it's just one tree. Everything else around it was all green. This one tree, three parts to the tree. One was bright orange. The other two were brown and nearly bare. So that's kind of the things we're looking at. As I look out right now on this hill here, off in the distance there, everything's green. So I'm still optimistic, and you should be too. You're not going to get here and see nothing. That's not going to happen, okay? We're going to get a little more precipitation, a little more rain on Thursday night, Friday, and that will help out. It's not going to fix things. It's not going to magically make it all better, but it will make it not as bad. And if we can continue that on a weekly basis between now and October, then I think we're going to have at least a chance of a spectacular fall season. I was out on the 1st over at Beaver Pond in New Hampshire's near Woodstock there. Woodstock, New Hampshire, not Woodstock, Vermont. Don't get them mixed up when you're looking for one and you end up going to the other. But the Beaver Pond and that area was quite pretty that morning on the 1st. And the hills, slight graduations in color, but really no change to speak of yet. Okay. And as a PSA, a public service announcement, I do want you to be careful out there. We were traveling, Lisa and I, on one of the back roads here on a little side trip, and all of a sudden she's yelling at me to stop, stop, stop. And I thought it was because there's two pipes or something sticking up on the side of the road, and I was getting maybe too close to them. No, she pointed to the other side of the road, and there's a small black bear coming across the road. So remember, when you're out leaf peeping, keep your eyes open and stay alert, because you wouldn't want to hit. That was a pretty young bear, I think, but you don't want to step out of the car and meet mom, because you won't like the the answer to that one. So, you know, stay alert. Remember that you're out in nature, and sometimes you're going to have a run-in with nature, and it's not always a good kind. Okay. And depending on if you've seen my notices or not, go out to my subscribers. My calendars are out and available at lulu.com. Down in the comments, I'll put a link to it, and I'll show you in the pictures above here. You'll see some images from the calendars, and of the images inside. And if you're interested, I don't know how many people really use calendars. I'm old. I like calendars. I have one on my desk, and I've had it there. Well, I've had yearly calendars every year for as long as I can remember. I just enjoy having something tactile to write my notes on. So if you're interested, check the comments below. If you don't like this year's calendars, my Scenic, New England, and my Covered Bridge calendar, each of the past few years' calendars are available. If you haven't bought the whole collection, I don't know why you would, but if there's one of those ones, the previous ones that you'd like to see, they have 2026 dates. So if there's one that you like a little bit better, you could reorder that one with the current dates for next year. Okay, so other than that, this is Jeff Foliage. We'll see what happens during the coming week. We'll see how the drought comes along here, and hopefully we get a nice long rain on Thursday and Friday. Fingers are crossed. So other than that, I want you to have a wonderful fall foliage day, and just enjoy the rest of your summer and into your fall. Thanks.